Hi everyone, James here. This is a look inside the box of Revell's 1/72 scale Canberra PR.9. On the front is a nice illustration of the Canberra with two lightnings breaking away. It gives you the measurements, the length and the width of the aircraft. This side is the prototype photos, as it says here, of the kit built and what it could look like once you've painted it and put the decals on. It's the paint suggestions. Here there is several languages saying there is structured surface, pilot figures, instrument panel, landing gear, optional, extended or retracted decals for two RAF versions, historical kit mouldings, and in brackets X matchbox. So this side again there is just safety warnings. So in the box you get the safety device sheet, decals for two versions, the instructions and the plastic model kit itself. Comes moulded in grey plastic. You get a separate sealed bag for the clear canopy parts. Starting off with the lower wing halves. Again, lower rear control surface halves. There's landing gear, doors. There is recessed panel lines for the control surfaces and raised detail. The raised detail, the recessed lines. Next one, there's only three sprue trees, is the top half of the wings and the top half of the rear control surfaces also. Close up, again the detail is raised and recessed. Moving on to the last sprue tree is the fuselage halves. The interior sections, the engines, they've got the wheels, some bulkheads, the nose, the landing gear, oleos themselves. Same on the fuselage, there is recessed and raised detail. Two pilots. The other fuselage half. Next is the clear parts. They look to me, there's no blemishes or scratches. It's quite clear. There is navigation lights for the wingtips, and then windows for cameras, I believe, as it's a photo reconnaissance. Next are the decals. There is two versions. There is a nice amount of common data stencils if you wish to add them all. Lastly, in instructions on the front, there is the assembled Canberra. There is a brief history of the Canberra in English and German. Over the page there is read before you start. There's used symbols throughout the building of the model kit to guide you. Over the page again you have used colours that Revell suggest. And at the top you have the sprue map. If you're struggling to find a part, you can come to here and locate it much easier. So starting off 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, and again right down to 6 and 7 you are painting and assembling the crew compartments. Over the page 8 you are sealing the 2 fuselage halves, and moving on to the rear control surfaces 9, 10 and 11. 12, 13 and 14 you are adding the canopy and the nose and assembling the top and bottom half of the main wings. 15 you are assembling the wings to the fuselage, and then here just gives you what the wing position should be, also adding the navigation lights also to the wingtips. 16 and 17 you are building the rear of the engines, and again 18 and 19 is the front end of the engines. 20 you are adding the 2 sub-assemblies to the wings. 21 and 22 is the landing gear, and as well as 23 and 24 is the front nose wheel. Step 25 is adding the front nose wheel, and there is an option for open or closed, I guess Bombay or a camera unit inside there. Not too familiar with that bit. 26 and 27 is the main landing gear under the wings. There is an option to have gear up or gear down there. That's your final step, it's 27. And then the two RF versions, you have a photo reconnaissance unit based in Denmark, it's 1982. There's lots of stencil decals to add there, as well as the option. That's the camouflaged and the grey underside, and then you have the hemp type colour and then the grey underside. This is RF Witten in 1991. Again, it's the photo reconnaissance unit. So that is a look inside the box of Revell's 1/72 scale Canberra PR.9. Thanks for watching.